Well, hey, good night. Good night for the Celtics chat. We already know how them Pats did yesterday afternoon. But with that being said, welcome to another edition of What the Hell's Happening Sports. Is your boy, the one and only NERO. And I'm here with my brother Amari Scott. Bay State Media is in the building. How
Yes,
you
sir.
doing tonight, bro? How you doing tonight?
I'm good, honestly, even though, like I said, I'm a Chiefs fan, so some of you guys already know I'm a Chiefs fan. So I'm having a great night tonight. I'm not going to victory lap, obviously, about that because this is Pat's based, but I am very happy, obviously, as a team because I have
Mm-hmm.
Massachusetts pride that I'm glad to see the showing that Mr. Drake May had, man. I know you're going to get into it, so, I'll let you do your thing.
Type shit. Yeah, no, since the Celtics since we're off to just about an hour or so after a Celtics game. Show them some love real quick. Start with the Celtics. Start with the Celtics, and we'll get into the Patriots. But I want to start with the Celtics because the niggas finally got a win. 0-3. We're 1-3 now. Finally, first win of the 2025-26 NBA season. A 122-90 route of the New Orleans Pelicans. Man, this was a solid win. I wish we could have been 2-2. I wish, that the first loss of the year, the first game of the year, when the loss to the Philadelphia 76ers, it hurt a little bit because you're up by 13 in the fourth quarter, you blow the game. But it's history now. You can't really come back from it. You can only move forward. And with a win like this tonight against a team that you should be able to take care of, hey, can't be happier. It's only up from here. But yeah, Chad, a 122-90 win over the New Orleans Pelicans. Like Conron said, what a win indeed. Shout out to Conron. All right, Chad. So I'm gonna fly by these stats real quick. How I always do it is the losing team goes first, and then the winning team. Pelicans lost, they go first. Then we'll go to the Celtics. Some notable guys for the Pelicans: Jordan Poole, 22 points tonight. He shot 5 of 14 from the field, 3 of 8 from three,
Yep.
2 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. Typical Jordan Poole night. He's an active shooter in this way. I know that it's kind of crazy for me to say, but he do shoot a lot.
Yeah.
He do shoot a lot. He
I'm,
was a
I'm
league.
like, wait, what?
I know. I said that guy crazy. I'm him. But yeah, no, he led the. Oh shit, I gotta chill. He led the team in points. He was their high scorer. Herbert Jones had 11 points as well. Trey Murphy with a quiet night, only 7 points, 3 of 11 for the field.
Yep.
He did have 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and then off the bench, rookie Derek Queen did have 12 points and 3 rebounds and a steal. And Yves Messi and Sadiq Pay both chipped in with 11 points. That's it for
Mhm.
them Pelicans. We ain't worried about them Pelicans. What we are worried about is them Celtics, man. Celtics tonight had 6 guys scoring double figures. The leading scorer was surprisingly Anthony Simons, 25 points off the bench, his best game as a Celtic so far. 9 of
Mhm.
17 from the field, 6 of 13 from three. Pretty, about over 50% shooting tonight, which is well. I know for 3 points it was close to 50%. So it was a great night from him. Finally getting his stroke back. That's what you like to see. He did add 6 rebounds, a assist, and a steal as well. Peyton Pritchard chipped in with 18, 7 to 15 from the field. He had 3 rebounds, 8 assists, and a steal. Let's see who else. Jaylen Brown and Josh Minot each with 15. Obviously Brown only had 9, took 9 shots. He was 5 and 9, so efficient in that regard. 7 rebounds and 4 assists. Minot with us a great night for him in the starting role tonight. He did shoot. He was 6 and 9 from the field. 9 rebounds, assists, a steal, and a block. So he was basically everywhere. He put stats in a lot of places tonight, which is good to see. Derek White only had 11, still having a tough shooting start. A tough shooting start to the season, but that's still early on. Hopefully, it's only up for him. But he did add in 3 rebounds and 7 assists and a block as well. Uh,
Mhm.
and Luka Garza did have 16 off the bench too, 5 of 7 from the field, 6 rebounds, and a assist as well. So overall, the bench did their part. The starters did okay, but the bench really stepped it up tonight for the Celtics. Again, hey, 122-90. Can't complain. Can't complain at all for them Celtics.
Yeah.
So happy they got the win tonight, for real. Amari, overall, obviously the first 3 games, it was tough in terms of grabbing offensive boards. The Celtics actually did lead the offensive boards tonight 13-11, so at least they got the advantage in that. Overall, now we're 4 games in. Now they're 1-3. Where does this team go from here after their first win of the year?
It's a strong win against the Pelicans team that's had some battles. Now, Zion didn't play this game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he probably could have made a difference. So I don't want to get too ahead. I'm not sure he would have made a 32-point difference as we won this game, obviously by a handed amount. So I don't think that he would be a 32-point difference, but he would have probably made the game closer in some of the runs where Celtics were on a 7-0 run at one point. They had a couple runs throughout the game where offensively, that's kind of what you want to see from the Celtics team, especially just moving the ball. And like you said, when you read the stats, it looked a lot like tonight. It translated to the stats tonight that they moved the ball a shit ton. And I'm really, really happy that the Celtics team moved the ball because like we said before, right? The whole entire thing was getting to the basket. We shot 34% from 3 tonight, but still put up 122 points. So when you're watching the game and anybody watching the game, Celtics attacked the basket a lot. We out-rebounded them by a significant amount, which in terms of like the athletic matchups, you would think that the Pelicans would win that type of matchup under the glass, under the boards, but it looks like the guys that we expected to show up tonight showed up. And I do think that discrepancy is huge, especially when you have 7 blocks tonight, and as in us, we have 7 blocks tonight, and they have 0, and Zion's not there. So I think that we had less turnovers. That was really the story of the game. We had less turnovers and had more points off of turnovers. And our bench points, I mean, we had 20 more bench points tonight than the Pelicans.
Absolutely.
And, us watching this game, we watched this game tonight, it really translated, and these stats really translated to what we saw on the floor. I think it was great that everybody spread the ball. Like you said, we got 25 points and 6 rebounds off the bench from Anthony Simons. And then Luka Garza putting 16 and 6 with an assist. And then you had Shearman, who got some burn tonight. 3 points, 6 rebounds. It's good. He deserves some burn. I don't think that Hugo Gonzalez. I'm glad actually Hugo Gonzalez didn't get burned tonight. Not to say that he shouldn't or he doesn't deserve it. It's just Shearman and Walsh should get more burn. Walsh only played a minute. I don't know what it is with Jordan Walsh.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they're not seeing something in practice. We don't know because we're not in the building. But he's clearly not getting the right amount of minutes to be able to flourish and develop. So it kind of makes you think, is that a wasted pick? Do we get rid of him? Could he go somewhere else? Could we get another piece for him? I'm not really sure. But now we're looking at, Jordan Walsh being subjected to minimal minutes again this season as the same as last season. So the story of this game, man, I mean, was defense for us. The only person in 20-point figures was Jordan Poole.
Right.
And even then, they didn't really spread the ball around too much. Herb Jones had 11. Messi had 11, like you said. Bay had 11. Queen had 12. So not really much ball spreading from the Pelicans. Pause. And, their field goal percentage, 33% from the field. I mean, you're not going to win games like that when we're shooting 48%, damn near 50% from the field. So I think it was great that the Celtics team attacked the basket a lot all night. And you really want to see the improvement, I guess, going forward from this game. Expound on it. If there's a way we can get some of these other guys more involved, like, I don't know why Chris Boucher got 3 minutes tonight. It's really confusing to me why he's not playing.
Right.
I don't know what that could be, honestly, because I really haven't seen anything that makes me think he should get 3 minutes a night. It's really fucked up.
Yeah.
So I think moving forward, Missoula has to figure out the rotations. We talked about this last time on WTHHS. Shout out to everybody that watched us last time. Appreciate you for having me on again. But, it's really, really concerning that Boucher is getting these type of minutes, and I'm not sure if Missoula trusts him, which is really, interesting considering he's a little bit more of an experienced player than Walsh and Shearman. But, Shearman's been here. I like the fact that he got 14 minutes tonight. He produced enough in his 14 minutes where I feel like he needs to also expound on that. Let's give him some more minutes next game. And like we said last podcast, it's a bridge year, so you got to give guys a chance to flourish.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, it is. This is a bridge year. Again, everybody's going to look at this team right now and say, oh, they're 1-3. They don't have Jason Tatum. It is what it is. We already know that. It's not like it's if you're going to keep talking about this as the season goes, nigga, we already know that. We've known that for what, 3-4 months already, that he's not going to be part of this team.
Yep.
So what it is now is, okay, in order to win these games, who can be the X factor? Naturally, Jaylen Brown only had 15 tonight. Shot efficiently, but it almost seemed as though at certain times that he wasn't looking for a shot. What he did do was move the ball around. Other people took advantage. When he was out there with Anthony Simons was able to take advantage off the bench. Best game as a Celtic. Peyton Pritchard, in somewhat lesser competition, in terms of these Pelicans team right now, because obviously the Pelicans, they have a good young squad, but they're still a piece or two away, somebody prominent away to try to really do something.
Yeah, they're getting acclimated for sure. Yeah,
exactly. So Peyton Pritchard was able to take advantage of that. Luka Garza had a nice game off the bench as well. You're in an 82-game season. We're 4 games in now, so there is 78 games left. You're gonna have guys besides the Jaylen Browns, the Derek White, and the Peyton Pritchards. Guys like that, the focal point guys. You're gonna have guys put up numbers that it might not be every night, but that certain night it can get the job done, and it should get the job done. If we have nights like that and you play scrappy on defense and at least grab boards, things will be okay. But when you let the other team just dominate on the boards, especially offensively, offensive rebounds, shit like that is going to kill you. And that's what killed us the first 3 games. Especially that first game against the 76ers, where in the fourth quarter, rebounding was the big issue. Against the Knicks, they were overpowered. Regardless, rebounding was an issue there, but you're overpowered with a lineup like that without Jason Tatum. Then you have last game against the Pistons, where you were in it the whole game, but again, offensive rebounds were hurting you. Amen Thompson last game, especially the last few minutes, was grabbing offensive rebounds.
Asar.
Exactly.
They're twins. Up. I'm sorry. They're Asar Thompson. A lot of people.
I said Amen Thompson. Asar Thompson.
Yeah, Asar.
Yeah. So, and he was just grabbing. He was able to do his thing. If you can just limit that, put a body on a guy, and just manage to grab these boards, it does a lot more. When you're not grabbing the boards and they're going right back up to it or setting back the offense, it takes time off the clock and it gives them more advantages to score.
Right.
Tonight they were able to do that. They were able to grab more offensive boards and rebounds in general. That was the big thing. Can it continue? We'll see. But if you can get Neemias Queta, especially with him starting, he grabbed 11 tonight. If you can at least get him to grab a good amount of boards on a nightly basis, fuck the scoring. Grab some boards at least.
He should average 9 a game.
Exactly. Thank you. Exactly.
Easily.
With his size too, he should.
He's athletic as hell.
Exactly. And if he can do that, it gives us far more opportunities to put points on the board.
And Simon should start. Tonight was a very clear indication. You give him that opportunity, he might have more than 25 tonight.
Absolutely.
He might. You start him, there's a very high chance he scores almost 35 points tonight. And I think, I said this on last podcast. I've said it before on Base Day, with some of these post-game shows or anything. Like, this is a guy who was a starter and was given the green light early on in his career. I think learning from that green light and having a better supporting cast around him than, as per se, the Celtics cast, as opposed to the Portland Trailblazers cast. This is a guy who can put points on the board and can move the ball, and he's an athletic rebounder. Give him a chance to start against a guy like White and set the tone, because if he comes out like he did with Portland, sometimes he'd come out and just score 10 points, 12 points in the first quarter because he was given that green light to learn. I think that green light has to be used a lot more. And I love Pritchard, but he's getting attacked on defense, bro. You can
Yeah,
see it. I can understand tonight the Pelicans couldn't hit shots. They couldn't make shots, but
right.
he he's just getting hunted. And I think he would work way better against two guards or one guard that are on the second unit of a lot of these teams. If he went up against the second unit of this Pelicans team, he probably would have himself had 20 points, 25 points. And if Simon started, he probably could have set the tone and had tonight. He probably could have had, like I said, 35 maximum total. So it's like
Mhm.
you look at that kind of Missoula's trying to kind of figure things out. And I think with these adjustments, Brad Stevens is probably helping him
Mhm.
due to the fact that Brad Stevens was an elite NBA coach. So, even though he's in the front office, I'm sure Brad Stevens has a hand in all the X's and O's, how
Mhm.
he wants the team runs. I'm sure he trusts Missoula. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he has to be over Missoula's ass or he has to be up under Missoula's behind all the time, 24/7. I
Right.
don't think that's the case, but I think he does have a say and a hand in these things. And Simon starting should be a conversation in that film room when they go into the film room this upcoming week.
Absolutely. And I think it'll only benefit Pritchard, and really it should, because you see how well he plays off the bench against the second unit. He does his thing. It's not to say that he dominates, but he's a guy that, especially his scoring uptick, he can be the if they just switch roles, Peyton Pritchard will still average 20 points off the bench. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? In a role that he is starting, he can probably give you consistently, you know, 13, 14, but
Yep.
it'll just be far better for him off the bench, because I tell you, when he has his scoring outputs, especially coming off the bench, that
Mm-hmm.
man can give you 30, and it's a 30 shooting efficiently.
Yep.
He's just more comfortable off the bench, and he had a great night tonight, which he should against a team like this, against the Pelicans.
Absolutely.
But you're going to see a lot of growing pains with him in the starting lineup if he continues to be. Can he grow into
Absolutely.
something in the starting lineup? No, he can, and not like he
Yep.
can't. But in this situation where Anthony Simon's on this team right now, you just switch the roles. It'll be easier. It will be a
Right.
lot easier for this team. I appreciate the chat for tuning in. Shout out to Conron. Shout out to RJ as well.
Thank you, chat. Love you guys.
Hell
Absolutely.
yeah, yes sir. And real quick, I to go in the chat before we do, and I'll move on to the Patriots.
I have a question for you, real quick.
Go ahead. Yep.
Do you have NFL Plus at the ready? Like, are you already logged in? Maybe we could look at a couple first drive plays.
Yeah, I got I
Just
got
quickly,
the
or a
stats up.
one.
Yeah, I got the stats up. Yeah, no, it'll be with the stats, so I can pull it up. Yeah.
Yeah, if you could pull up the NFL Plus, the All 22, maybe we could look at like just Drake May a little bit because he cooked. I know,
I got
obviously, I don't want to get too far into it yet, but
No, you good. You good. RJ, it says it's crazy. Just size of a hole. Tatum left on his team. No, exactly. That's
yeah,
literally it is. It is.
yeah,
And that's
we're hurting without him right now.
exactly.
Yeah,
Especially the rebounding. Like
uh
that's
huh.
you
A
know.
guy who could guard 1 through 5 too, man.
Yes.
It allows it frees. I feel like it frees up the freedom for everybody else to do what they're supposed to do offensively because Tatum draws so much gravity. And yes, Tatum's shot selection has been questionable, but I feel like Tatum with this injury, he's going to have time to look at film. He's going to have time to look at other things. And what Tatum has to improve on, the last step to his MVP type of projection is that shot selection, bro. Step back threes, and some of the times where he's taking step back threes and all this other stuff, bro. You are 6'9", 6'10". Go assert yourself inside the 3-point line first because it's going to open up everything else for you. And if you can do that, I think he's looking at the situation where his estimated time of arrival is April. And for those who don't understand how crazy that is for an Achilles injury, like he actually really genuinely shouldn't even be probably playing this year. And the
Right.
fact that he's already dunking off 2 feet, just like standing up,
Mm-hmm.
is a testament to like how hard he's worked in the gym and how hard he's worked at therapy, which
Right.
doesn't mean he's been straining himself, chat. It means he's taking his treatment serious. He's doing the right things. And if he's already doing that this early and he's dunking off 2 feet, I think he's going to come back this year. I think. And the Celtics team, this is such an important win for us, NERO, because if this is a Pelicans team that genuinely fully healthy. They genuinely are probably going to make the playoffs. I believe that.
Mm,
I think that they might play a play-in game, and if they play against the Mavs or they play against even my Trailblazers, like a team that I think that can make the play-in too. We got Drew Holiday, and I know Dame's not coming back this season, but
right.
it's a team that still was scraping at the play-in last year that got better with some veteranship. So you look at the Celtics team too that has really honestly really no veteranship other than Jaylen Brown.
Mm,
If you really look at it, Jaylen Brown is the lead dog right now in terms of mentality and leadership. So
right.
he's still enough to the point he's been in the league long enough, but he's still young enough where it's like, oh, there's got to be a couple guys in the mix. So
Right.
I think that this team moving forward should aim to be making the play in, just because that seems a little bit more real. Honestly, I had them making the playoffs, but I mean, the Raptors are a deep team. The Pistons are a deep team. The Bucks
Mm,
are a deep team. Even the Heat, they're coached and led by Eric Spoelstra with a deep team too, with a good mix of veteranship and young guys. You just start to wonder after you're looking at the start of the season, are we farther behind than some of these other guys that we thought we would be farther behind than?
right. Absolutely. And I tell you, like, and even like you said it too, like it for Jason Tatum, if it's a situation where we're succeeding, expectations at least have a decent record for by the time he comes back. All right, we're playing meaningful basketball. Then he could probably come back. You ramp him up a little bit. Probably the first couple games, he's just getting his feet wet. And if he can continue, and then if the team continues doing what they do while he's there, all right, boom. But I think for the Celtics also, it's one of those things that if you feel comfortable with putting him out there when he feels he's ready, or when you think that you can add him and at least start a playoff push, then that's perfectly fine. But if the team ain't really succeeding, if I'm Jason Tatum, I said, you know what, let me just sit this year out and just relax, get back in it,
Yeah,
and it'll just make everything easier, because at least then you'll get a fresh start next year. His Achilles is fresh, his leg is fresh. He's
right.
already really acclimated with his game, kind of
Yep.
basically back to normal, and then just start out fresh for the next year. But if you have the opportunity to play while playing meaningful basketball, in late February, March, and if you feel comfortable putting him on the court, okay, cool.
Right.
Because how he's looking right now, it's more promising. If it kind of if he were to still be somewhat doing a lot more therapy, and it just looks like that from video wise, it looks like that, okay, this guy needs some serious time to really get back. Yeah, then don't even touch it. But this guy right now, like you said, Amari, he's already dunking off 2 feet. He's already showing some signs that, okay, he's not there yet, but give him some more time, he might be ready.
Mm-hmm.
And that just also leads to the case where if we were to be playing meaningful basketball, especially right around the All-Star break, even after the All-Star break,
Mm-hmm.
if we do, that means Jaylen Brown has to be the guy leading that charge. He has to. Even though he dropped 15, it was still a efficient night. He didn't really shoot much. He has to be the guy to be the leader. He has to be the man. This is his team right now. So hopefully in the long run, he's averaging, 25, 30, doing something for this team. And
Right.
even if it ain't 25, 30, if it's a Derek White, the Peyton Pritchard, Anthony Simons off the bench, really, what's it called, contributing to the scoring wise,
Mm-hmm.
very well with some good averages, cool.
Mm-hmm.
But the face of this team right now is Jaylen Brown. He dropped 41 yesterday, even though in a loss. Hopefully, with his scoring
Right.
and even just how he impacts the game as the season goes on, hopefully it's positive, because right now this is JB's team. Jason
Yeah.
Tatum, this is his opportunity to
I
show.
will say
Yeah.
it probably always has been JB's team.
Mhm.
I did, and I have sat on here and said that Jaylen Brown's the best player on the team.
Mhm.
Yeah, no. We're seeing it now. That's not the fucking case. I'm
Mhm.
not even gonna lie. That's not even the case. Jason Tatum is the best player on this basketball team, bro.
Mhm.
It's just very clear, and we're just seeing it now. A guy who can guard 1 through 5, a guy who can he knows what to play against other guys when it comes to just attacking the basket and other situations.
Mhm.
We're just seeing how much of an impact Tatum makes on this team. So
Exactly.
I do agree
Exactly.
with you on that front for sure.
I tell you, yeah, no, you lose one guy like that, and again, rebounding's an issue. Obviously, scoring. You know what I'm saying? Adding, take away Jason Tatum, that takes away 30 points. In a game. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It takes away close to 10 rebounds a game. It takes close to 5-6 assists a game.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a steal or a block occasionally when he adds that. It takes that away. That's how
Mm-hmm.
important he is. You have other guys to fill the void, but how much can that void be filled without him? You know,
Right.
1-3. It's not amazing. At least you get a win tonight, and a win that you should get against a Pelican squad of this nature, but also without Zion. If you were to lose tonight without Zion, then
Mm-hmm.
it's really like, this team, it's
Yeah.
gonna be a long season. But hey, they got the win, and like
Excuse me.
Conron said earlier, a win is a
Yeah.
win. You know,
Absolutely.
and now
Absolutely.
you just build off. You just build off of it. And then I believe the tournament, the in-season tournament does start Friday against the 76ers as well. I know they have one more
It
game in
does.
between. I believe it's the Cavs. On Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm not mistaken. So you do have a test on Wednesday. You have another test on Friday. So there's going to be more tests as the season goes on. Great that you got your first win. Just try to build on it and at least try to compete. Continue to compete against teams like the Cavs, the
Yeah, the
Pistons.
next game is the Cavs on Wednesday. You're right. Yep. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So and there you go. Yeah, and I believe that. Yeah, that's gonna probably it'll be on the regular NBC Sports Boston, I would assume. You'll probably have also that game on ESPN for those who don't have that, for those who are tuning in from somewhere else. So you should be able to watch it on there. It's gonna be another good game.
And if not,
You got
remember
Discord also. Yes, sir.
WTHHS for anybody watching, anybody WTHHS. They are in the Bay State Media Discord. Is a joint Discord. He's in there with us all the time. You guys can come watch the game with us. We like to watch the game with y'all. Nero loves to watch the game with us. He watched the games with us tonight. You know what I'm saying? He's in there every weekend on NFL Sunday. You guys can come talk with Nero, interact with what the hell is happening in sports. You guys got to come through to the Discord and definitely watch the game. So if you guys can't find it on TV or do whatever, we got you covered. We
Hell yeah.
got you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tune in. Tune in that the Discord. I believe the Discord is posted. If not, I could post it right after. It should be
Yep.
in the bio for y'all. But if it's not, I got you. I'm gonna check right after and just put it on there. So yeah, if you tune in later,
Yep.
find a Discord, add yourself in the Discord. You already know.
As you move on, give me 2 seconds. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm sorry, bro.
Oh no, you're straight. You're straight.
I'll be right back.
Oh no, you're
Ooh.
straight. You're straight. Now before we move on, chat. Again, with the Celtics, yeah. So again, you got to worry about Donovan Mitchell. You got to worry, Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, Darius Garland is hurt right now. He's going to be out for a little bit. So obviously that kind of takes less off the Celtics plate in that sense, but Donovan Mitchell is a tough challenge, chat. I tell you, Wednesday night's going to be a big game. I believe even for Wednesday, let me just check the schedule real quick before we move on to Patriots talk. Wednesday's game will be, if my computer works, it'll be at home. So they are back home Wednesday to take on the Cavaliers at 7:00. Yeah, let's just see if they can make it competitive. And just and like RJ said, honestly, if the Celtics can just make this game competitive, will be great. Absolutely. They just have to. Just keep yourself in the game. Again, it's gonna, is it impossible for them to win? It's not impossible. They can they can win a game against the Cavs. They can, but it just has to take everybody playing well, grab boards when you have those opportunities to grab boards, play great defense. If you can do that, hey, good things will happen. If Donovan Mitchell starts eating you up, if Evan Mobley starts eating you up, and you can't, dissect him or even just limit these guys in some way, shape, or form, then it'll be a long night. But how the Celtics team has looked the first 4 games, they are still They are competitive. They're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They do have a shot. Yes, indeed. Oh man. But yeah, again, I appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. we're gonna do some Patriots talk. We'll look at the stats, and then we'll look at a couple things on the All 22 regarding Drake May. And yeah, no, it's a quick one tonight. Quick one just to get this off for you. I know. Also, the World Series is going on. At some point, we'll talk. I'll talk more about the World Series. Currently, if you guys are tuning in, it's tied 5-5 in the bottom of the ninth. So that means that the Dodgers are up the back because the game is in LA right now. So we'll see. Let's see what happens with that. But again, we'll at least for me, for the what the hell is happening in sports, WTHHS. We will talk about the World Series. We will get to that probably towards the end. Whoever wins the series will dive more into that. But now that Amari's back, let's get on to these Patriots. Hell yeah.
Hey, man. Oh, I'm excited. So, anybody watching, whether you're at WTHHS or Bay State Media, what we do have access to is film. Mm-hmm. So, what I do want to look at is just a little bit of Drake May on the first drive here. I know that's probably not like the best footage, but you would just obviously it's a quick one, so I don't want to keep anybody here too long. So, I did see a lot of positive things from Drake May. Mm-hmm. Drake May has been the fucking man, bro. Yeah. He's been the man. And I said last week on this podcast as well, on WTHHS, that it would be a challenge. Mm-hmm. I did have the Browns this week, so I was wrong about that. Mm-hmm. I did think that Drake May would come back down to earth, but it looks like Drake May, he might be the best quarterback in the league right now, bro. He really might.
Yeah.
I honestly, if hopefully you can pull up the NFL Plus real quick if you get a chance. Whenever you get a chance, if we can pull up the NFL Plus, we're gonna show you guys just a little bit of like Drake May's mechanics, his footwork, what he's learned from last year, and we do this a little bit with you guys. If you guys watch the Bay State Media, NERO will be on there. I have to invite NERO as a collaborator for WTHHS so you guys can see all the previous stuff we've done and go back and revert to that film. But Drake May has been awesome. Mm-hmm. I genuinely just, dude, like he just knows how to make plays. I think everything he's seeing, he trusts. Mm-hmm. And McDaniels, I'm not going to call the guy Brady at all because that would be crazy, bro.
Right.
But Tom Brady did say to Drake May's face, if I could do half of what that kid could athletically, I probably would have made a decent career for myself. That is coming from literally the greatest football player of all fucking time.
Absolutely.
I at this point, like, when it comes to this Patriots offense, I'm convinced now. It took me a couple games. It took me a little bit while this beginning of the season. I'm convinced now with this Patriots offense. Mm-hmm. And it's literally not because of the talent level. It's because of Drake May and Josh McDaniels. And when you look at this Bill Belichick offense, who did you believe in despite Edelman and Gronkowski and a couple of other guys always having some sort of injury or maybe being banged up? Who'd you really believe in every game in, game out?
It was a guy taking the snaps under center. The greatest quarterback ever was Tom Brady. So that's who.
And it's this situation is very, very, very reminiscent of Josh McDaniels and Tom Brady. It's very reminiscent, chat. Mm-hmm. And when I say reminiscent, that doesn't mean exact, but we are getting the feeling of, does Josh McDaniels have another guy? Does he have another great here? And this Browns defense was a real test. And Myles Garrett had 5 sacks and they still ate.
Yes. And that's the crazy part.
We knew Myles Garrett was going to eat. We even said that. Both of you and I, we sat here, we agreed, like, Myles Garrett is going to have his. But Myles Garrett only had his when the line broke down. That was the craziest part. And mm-hmm. Drake May just kept wheeling and dealing all game. I just can't sit here and say that there's 2 better quarterbacks in the league right now than maybe Daniel Jones and Drake May. Like, right. Bro, I'm a very big Daniel Jones believer. And if I believe in Daniel Jones this much, I have to believe in Drake May this much, considering Michael Pittman and Stephon Diggs have a similar type of game. they can play outside and inside. So they
Right.
have a similar type of game. So you have to take into totality when it comes to these quarterbacks too, in terms of their surrounding weapons. Alec Pierce is just as good as Keyshawn Boutte. I'm not calling him Keyshawn, whatever y'all want to call him. I'm not calling another grown man with his last name my my butt. But
Right.
yeah, yeah
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
but Alec Pierce and Keyshawn are on the same level.
Right.
And they're both the wide receiver number 2s right now. Adonai Mitchell, he's great. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, he's not even playing right now, right?
I don't think so. No. Yeah, I haven't
Yeah, I
heard.
think he's
He's been
hurt.
a couple of days. Yeah. Couple
So
games.
Daniel Jones doesn't even got Adonai Mitchell.
Mhm.
Mind you, Drake May didn't have a fully healthy Matt Collins. We saw Matt Collins this past week get more involved this week.
Right.
So is this a question of, I want to ask you, is Drake May the front runner for MVP right now? Because I'll tell you, my front runner is Daniel Jones, but I think
Hmm.
it's a healthy tie between Daniel Jones and Drake May. But between those two, if you were to choose one, unbiased, who do you got right now?
Honestly, unbiased, I would honestly have to go with Jonathan Taylor.
The man who got robbed last year of MVP. Yes,
Exactly.
sir.
Yeah, and
I love
why,
it. I love
why I
it. You
say
know
this,
ball. That's why we here.
and I will say this: it's it's one of these things where obviously the MVP is more tailored to the quarterback.
Yep.
You see the Bradys, the Mahomes, the Peyton Mannings. You've seen these guys take MVP,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously you've seen other guys, in the history of the NFL take it as well. I will say it's Jonathan Taylor because Jonathan Taylor has also made life a lot easier for Daniel Jones. A
Mm-hmm.
whole lot easier. Jonathan Taylor is looking like 2021 Jonathan Taylor this year.
Yep.
Now, that's not to discredit Daniel Jones. That's not, because the year that Daniel Jones is having, he could very well win the MVP. He really can. Who I think is more deserving in this situation between both guys, if you want to really give it, it got to be Jonathan Taylor. Because the last few weeks, he's taken his game, obviously opportunities are given to him. He's taken his game to another level, but it's made life so much easier for Daniel Jones around because everybody's so focused on Jonathan Taylor.
Yep.
Daniel Jones has a lot more time to get to his receivers because, again, the defense, linebackers, defensive linemen, CBs, their first instinct, like, okay, I got to cover this guy, but Jonathan Taylor might get the ball. When Jonathan Taylor isn't getting the ball, you see guys like Michael Pittman grabbing touchdowns with his bicep. You know what I'm saying? You see Alec Pierce running down the field 50 yards. It just opens the offense up so much more. But I will say also for Daniel Jones's case is, again, he's in an offense more tailored to him. He has a team that's much more well-rounded. He has an offensive line. He has a Hall of Famer and Quentin Nelson right in front of him at left guard. He has the pieces to help him win. He doesn't have to go out there every game and throw 350 yards and whatnot.
Right.
He can play it safe, be the game manager, throw the passes when he has to, and let Jonathan Taylor as well chip in and do some work as well. I tell you, it's if it were me right now, who's more deserving in a sense, it would be JT because at times he's put that team on his back. But if I had to pick between both the quarterbacks right now, as much as I want to give it to Drake May, they might favor Daniel Jones because the Colts right now obviously have the best record. And, sometimes for guys in New England, even a good amount of years that Tom Brady was snubbed, it will go to another guy who, team wise, they've been great. They've been, a surprise team or whatever. So I would probably have to give it to Daniel Jones right now, just because how good of the record the Indianapolis Colts is. But truthfully, Drake May's right there. Drake May's right there. And I really truthfully wouldn't even be surprised if somehow, some way, Drake May does end up taking him. You know, he's playing to that level. You know, it's amazing what he's done. It's amazing what having an experienced head coach and offensive coordinator and veteran receivers can do for you.
Yeah,
Because this kid's legit. This kid is legit. He got it. He showed the flashes last year, but now he has the right pieces to really succeed in this offense. But quite frankly, we'll see. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely, man. And you look at it this way too. If Daniel Jones got his shot, right, all they had to do was build a team around Drake May.
Exactly.
And you're seeing the similarities in terms of what was built around them. And obviously, this Colts team was already built before Daniel Jones came through. I think they realized Anthony Richardson is not the guy. I honestly think he's probably going to get traded before this, before the offseason is over next season, before OTAs. I think that he'll get traded. He's probably on his way out the door, bro.
Yeah.
So, you know, especially with the way that Daniel Jones is playing now, even if Daniel Jones tails off somehow at this point, even slightly, like you said, Jonathan Taylor is the driving force of this team. And if Jonathan Taylor can keep them in games and do whatever he has to do, it's just over with. Absolutely. It's over with. Absolutely. So, yeah, I love the Jonathan Taylor take, bro. That is very obviously a lot of people don't understand that Jonathan Taylor got robbed last year. Okay. Maybe not robbed.
No, but it wasn't. Well, I know for sure the 2021
year.
He
was just a little. He was a little more deserving last year than I think Josh Allen was, in my personal opinion. I know Josh Allen was great, but Josh Allen just can't get over that hump. I don't know what it is.
You mean Saquon Barkley for last year?
Oh yeah, maybe I'm thinking about the year previous for Jonathan.
Yeah, no, because
he wasn't healthy last year. Actually, now that you're actually saying that, he wasn't healthy last year.
I know what year you're talking about. It was.
I think 2023 he could have won it.
Yeah, it was the year that Aaron Rodgers won it and Brady was in second, but Jonathan Taylor was in third. But again, how this league is, this league's more driven for the quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, you're right.
Like if you think about it, also remember when Adrian Peterson won it, but there was a lot of backlash, like, oh, they should have gave it to Peyton Manning, blah blah blah. But AP got 2,000 yards and put the team on his back, and they got the playoffs.
Yeah.
So how, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to give it to the, as much as the quarterbacks do well. And again, it's not like quarterbacks shouldn't be MVP, but the guys who help the quarterbacks out got to be shown the love too, man. You feel me?
Yep, absolutely.
They got to, And honestly, hey, JT, he's had a hell of a year. Hopefully, as it continues, he gets the notoriety for MVP. I mean, you can give him Offensive Player of the Year. Cool. It's a still, notable award, but MVP, like, he would be the most valuable player. He would, what I'm saying?
He could have won it the year before last. I apologize, chat. It was the year before last, I believe. He was healthy for a full season. He definitely could have won it that year. And running backs aren't appreciated enough. It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Just because of the era we live in, and now you're seeing two running back systems that actually alleviate the pressure for the quarterback, like you said yourself. It's odd to me that this situation, especially with Jonathan Taylor, he's been robbed twice in the past 5 years.
Yeah.
It's sad, but we know what JT's capable of. And I knew what Daniel Jones was capable of, because if he took that trash-ass Giants team to the playoffs with a very injured Saquon Barkley a lot of that year, you just hope, and well, if you're a fan of those types of guys, you just hope that type of guy makes a leap. And he made a leap. And now that this leap is happening, the Patriots got to watch out. I can't lie. This Colts team is dangerous. Their defense is dangerous.
No, for sure.
This team is dangerous. And they've always had a good defense. Was added
not too long ago, too, a couple weeks ago. So that makes his team even stronger. He got out of his deal for the Raiders, who the Patriots did play in week 1.
Yep.
Ryan Pratt was on that Raiders team. They released him. Now he's on this team. He's back with Lou Amaro. And it just made that defense even more scarier, Yep. And it's not a crazy name right there, but it's a substantial add, especially linebacker wise, that it continues to drive that force.
Yep, really absolutely. Yep,
it really does. Real quick chat. I appreciate the chat, RJ, for stepping in. I also appreciate Conron for stepping in. as well in the chat. If you are tuning in, show love in the chat, say what's up and whatnot. Um, what I also do real quick before we get into this film, I know that you saw on the ticker that with Drake May's passing yards and yardage. I'm gonna just give also some more notable stats as well from this game.
Yes,
Obviously,
indeed.
obviously for the score of this game to go back up, it was 32-13. Quite frankly, Pats could have put up a 40 ball, but hey, it 32-13 is hey, at
Yeah.
least they got the win. I'll start out with the Browns real quick before we go to the Pats, just to give y'all some stats. Dylan Gabriel did throw for 156 yards. He completed 60% of his passes, two touchdowns to 2 picks. Nobody really did anything for rushing wise. Quinshon Judkins had 19 yards on the ground, but he got hurt. So he got hurt with his shoulder. So for Browns fans, you're gonna have to monitor that. He might be questionable for Sunday, but they did lose him early. The story of the game for this for the Browns offense was mainly the tight ends. Those are Dylan Gabriel's best friends right now on this team. It's Harold Fannin and David Njoku. Both had a touchdown. Fannin with 62 yards and Njoku with 37. So they had his 2 grabs right there. For the defense, it was already mentioned. Alex Wright did have a sack, but Myles Garrett stole the show with his.
Excuse me.
Here you go, right here with his 5 sacks right here. Myles Garrett showed. We already know he's a Hall of Famer, but yeah, it was a welcome to the NFL moment for Will Campbell for most of the day. I'll tell you that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But again, a guy like Myles Garrett for 5 sacks, I mean, he can do that. That's how good he is. It sucks that it was against the Patriots, but I mean, we know he has 5 sacks. It wasn't as notable because he had 5 sacks in a loss like this. So, but otherwise,
that is true.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's not talked about as much because they lost. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's not. But again, no, still credit him the 5 sacks. He does have 10.5 sacks now on the year because of those 5 sacks. But obviously, Drake May, for certain, stole the show. 282 yards, 75% completion percentage, 3 touchdowns to 1 pick. He did throw a pick early on in the game to Carson Schwarzenegger, but that pick didn't matter. He threw 3 touchdowns right after that. So, mistakes happen, but he was able to capitalize as well. So, Travion Henderson was leading rusher with 75 yards on the ground. Drake May did have 50 yards rushing, like you guys did see on the ticker. Henderson did fumble towards the end of the game in the red zone. Not a great look, but again, with a 32 with a 20-something point lead at that point, it didn't hurt him. But you want to see Travion Henderson hold on to the ball. Could have had another touchdown on the season, but it is what it is. But receiving wise for the Pats, Mac Hollins did lead the team with 89 yards on 7 grabs. Kayshawn Boutte in this sense.
I'm gonna call him Boutte every time.
Right.
I'm gonna call him Boutte every time.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. He had 75 yards and a touchdown as well. Douglas only had one. Demario Douglas only had 1 catch on the afternoon, but was for a large game, 44 yards. Austin Hooper on National Tight End Day had 38 yards. Ramondre Stevenson had 15 as well. But Stephon Diggs finally scored his first touchdown as a Patriot. 1-yard touchdown catch. He had 14 yards on the through the air. Not quiet game for him, but he didn't have to do too much. Drake May and everybody else stepped up. And Hunter Henry with a touchdown on National Tight End Day. Only had 1 catch for 7 yards, but it went for a score. So there you go, right there. On the defense, though, the top 3 guys, really, 4 guys, I should say. Robert Spillane had 14 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and an interception. Marcus Jones with 6 tackles and a tackle for loss. Jalen Hawkins with 5 tackles and an interception. And Christian Gonzalez, 3 tackles, tackle for loss, 2 pass deflections, and most importantly, he did not give up a catch. Jerry Jeudy had zeros across the board. That's why Jerry Jeudy in on the stat sheet, guys. There you go. There you go. Shout out to them Pats, man. They take on the Falcons on Sunday afternoon. Bijan Robinson and company comes to town. We'll preview that game as the week goes on. Let's actually, since we're here, like Amari said, let's look at this all 22 film.
Yes, I can give you the timestamps too because I have already pretty much watched here enough to a certain point. But actually, it's interesting. Dylan Gabriel didn't have too bad of a game, chat. I know we shit on him, but if we can skip to about 9:45,
9:45. Gotcha. Right now. Let's see.
into the all 22 here. We'll skip to about 9:45. This is
Okay.
a
Word.
run play. I have it on my TV right here too, so I can also see it. So if we skip to 9:45 here, you look
9:45.
at you look at a
Oh, let me go back.
12 you look at a 12 personnel I form here.
Yep. Yep.
Um
Let me get that for you right now. Yeah, it's at 9:07. Let me see if I can skip. If it lets me skip like 10 seconds.
yeah, I'll let
Okay.
you skip
Perfect.
10, 10 yeah, 10 by 10. So you
Yep.
have a
Let's.
all right here, perfect, beautiful, right here.
All right. I'll stop
So
right here real quick. Yep.
you can hit play. You're good.
Okay. But all right. Bet.
Yeah, yeah. So you look at this play here. This is the play before. Dylan Gabriel was actually get the ball really quickly here. Boom. The ball was given to a guy in space who can make plays. You get the ball up the field, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then here on this play, this is what I like from Dylan Gabriel a lot. So if you could just pause it right there. For those who could see,
Yep.
this is what we call 12 personnel. You got a couple tight ends on the line, one guy spread out wide, fullback and a running back. It looks like, I actually don't even know the down because sometimes it doesn't even tell you the down here, unfortunately, on the all 22.
Yep.
But this down here, if I want to say it was second down.
Mhm.
Actually, no, it was first down, just due to that play right there, getting the first. This is first down, chat.
Yep.
So hit play. You
Yep.
go, you look at this play. He does a good job right here of no click footwork. He gets out, boom, ball's out, touchdown. Now, this is what you want from a QB. If you want to go back a little bit,
Yep.
we can just go back a little bit.
Yep.
Right here, this is what you want from a guy, right? This is what we've seen from Drake May all year. And the only reason I'm saying this about Dylan Gabriel is pause right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is the 12 personnel look. This is the type of look that the defense wouldn't even expect. So a lot of what Gabriel does here is he goes and he lets the motion happen. He lets the motion set, which is great. Then he goes, boom, beautiful fake, turns around, throws a dart over the head. A dart over the head. And that right there to me was a very, very, very telltale sign
Mm-hmm.
that this kid is legit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you look at this angle right here, like you're seeing, right? You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Boom. Right? The defense switches, automatic man, he knows. Get it out. And he knew where to look. That's how you know he studied his playbook. He knew where to look, and he knew what zone and what man would do against that type of play.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the type of stuff we've seen from Drake May all year. But I just wanted to highlight Dylan Gabriel for that for a little bit. So this first scoring play for Drake May, if we want to skip to about, let's see here, got it up on my screen. If we want to skip to about, let's skip to about 22:09 here.
22:09. Got you.
Yes, sir. 22:09 in the red zone at the 30-yard line here, in between the 25 and the 30 here at 22:09.
22:09.
Yes.
Let's see. We're at 22:04 right now. Okay, so Austin Hooper just had that catch. All right, here we go. We're at it right now. Yes, sir.
Yep. I mean, dude, this throw right here, chat, you can't teach that. You can't teach that.
Mm-hmm.
That's pure athleticism. I mean, just getting the ball on the dot to Hunter Henry, a reliable target, middle of the field, right here too. He gets on this drive. And look, I mean, does it get any better than that?
Mm-hmm.
The ball placement, everything right here against what we call this look right here, this is like a cover one look, one and a spy with the running back down at the bottom.
Yep.
So you get that, and boom, right there, he hits the open man in between the soft zone. If you go back like 20 seconds, just real quick.
Got you.
Skip back to that play. He's hitting the soft zone in a spot where you would typically find this soft zone. Now, if you hit play, boom, he knows automatically where to look, moves in with his eyes, boom, hits the soft zone. In between the safety and the outside flat guy.
Mm-hmm.
That is where he is getting precision. Then right here, you just look at this play. I mean, come on. It's just a red zone play. You get in the end zone here, if I'm not mistaken. Is this a Stephon Diggs touchdown?
Oh no, this right here, this is early on in the game. I believe they settled for 3 right here. on
Oh,
this.
okay. So they
Yeah.
might. I apologize, Chat.
No,
Okay,
you're
this
good.
is
You're good. But
not.
I can skip through to see it to see
Yeah,
what I got you.
if you can remember, yeah, absolutely. I was trying to look at the Swan. I thought it was this drive. I apologize, Chat, but this is still. Yeah, they settle for three here. It's fine though. But that throw we're looking at from Drake May. I mean, I don't really like the fact that Travion Henderson on this drive that we were just showing, he tried to bounce it outside and
Mhm.
didn't get his block straight. Which
Exactly.
Jordan Nero, as you know, as a running back, you gotta follow your guys here. He just doesn't follow his guys.
Mhm.
They set him up perfectly to get in between, but he just tries to choose the outside route. But if we can get
Yeah.
to the Stephon Diggs drive here, yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Let's see. This could. Yeah. This could. I don't know if this is it, but I think they did score a touchdown on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh well, at least this drive right here. This might be yeah. Let's see, because now it's all 22. So yeah, they
Yeah. So
yeah.
the Stephon, so the Hunter Henry touchdown was third quarter, 7-yard pass.
Mhm.
So it was 9-10 in the third. So let me see if I could skip right here
Let's
to where
see.
it's supposed to be. Okay, I'm looking
Oh,
at them.
actually, yep. Okay, we're in the right spot. Okay, bet.
Yep.
So yeah, we can go. I'll go right
What
about.
number are you at?
Let's see. I am at 40. The time is 41:26, but this is the drive right here that Hunter Henry scores.
Beautiful. That's exactly another thing I wanted to look through. So you get this drive here. I mean, uh, dude, clinical from Drake May here. Clinical. Can read it. He knows what's going on. Trust his eyes. Straight pitch. Boom. Right back to him. Athletic play.
There you go.
Athlete.
Yes, sir.
Drake
Yes,
May is
sir.
a fucking athlete. He's a freaking athlete, man. And I think this is what you want to see throughout the whole entire year, especially from Drake May. He's just an athlete. And then you get Travion Henderson in space a little bit up on this drive too as well.
Oh, that was
Get
Ramondre right there.
I
Yeah.
apologize. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're
Ramondre
good. You're good.
Stevenson,
Yeah,
you get
yeah.
him into space right here. I mean, it's easy. Get him into space, get him up the field.
Absolutely.
So that was a pretty easy play. I felt like that's good to implement into the offense, especially to keep the defense on its toes.
Mm-hmm.
So another thing too I noticed on this drive is if you watch Drake May's footwork, if you want to go back real quick, just like
Mm-hmm.
a couple clicks back, you just watch his footwork, man. I mean, watch the kid work. The kid's going crazy. You watch him work. Here, play for me.
Let's see if
Right here. This one
oh,
right here. Read option. Boom.
oh, there's read. Okay, my fault. My fault.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you're good. This is what we need. Drake May is athletic enough to do this. Look at this. Read, bow. Just get it in space. Boom.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Like he knew, like, okay, I could either take this guy or I could roll off and
Mm-hmm.
pitch. And you want to see him to make decisions for his confidence to know he can make these types of plays. And then right here, pretty self-explanatory. You see right there,
Little run.
get the guy in open space, a little run, get him into
Yes,
open
sir.
space, get
Yes,
him
sir.
going. So you look at that, right? And you sit there and you say, okay, what are we going to go to on the next play? Excuse me. Sorry. What are we going to go to right here? Red zone. Red zone. Bow.
There you go. National
It
tight end day. Tell you.
it don't get no easier than this right here for Drake
Yes,
May.
sir.
It don't get no easier. And the Stephon Diggs touchdown was a little bit of a fluke screen.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys saw before, or anybody watching that saw the Patriots game before that one, Hunter Henry right here, he gets open because they make this play happen due to the scheme. And this is where Josh McDaniels is so important. So
Let me. Yeah.
if you have any
actually,
thoughts,
we're getting close right here. So yeah, this might be this is on this drive right here. Yes, sir.
yep, right here,
Let's
boom.
take a sack right there. That's fine.
He
But
takes a
again,
sack, but that's fine. You could take a sack in that situation. At least you try to get out. You know what I
right.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
You try to get out. Nothing was there for you, and you try to get out and make a play. I can live with that. I could live with this.
Mm-hmm.
This is livable. Yes, could he have had that little post corner right there towards the pylon, the back pylon? Yeah, he definitely could have. But now you look at this play right here. Boom. Easy. Easy money, though. Easy
Mm-hmm.
money, though.
Yes, indeed.
So I think a lot of what Drake May has shown this year has been his ability to spread out the pocket. Now, if you want to skip to about Let's see, what is this?
There's a step touchdown right here, I believe.
4701, I think, or yeah, 4701.
4701. Word.
Yep.
Yep. It's about to. Yep.
4701.
This
Is really easy, man. I mean, 2-step drop. 1-2, bow, out. Brady shit. 1-2 step, bow, out.
Yep. That's the Danny Amendola play right there.
So for me, that's all I had to show. Obviously, we've been cutting in. We're at an hour here, but that's all I had to show for you guys as far as film. And Nero, do you have any thoughts on Drake May's footwork, mechanics, anything? Just what you saw this game? Like, how did he look to you in terms of MVP caliber? If he can continue this type of play, especially against elite defenses, which he already went up against one of the most elite defenses in the league in the Browns. So how did you feel about this little film watching? What did you see from him that stood out to you?
Well, I didn't see him rattled. You have a Hall of Famer who's been terrorizing you at that point, damn near the whole game. And obviously in the film that we show, Myles Garrett did get out towards the sideline and did end up having a sack. But, if just in that situation right there, in regards to Myles Garrett, it's not that easy for guys of that nature to make plays like that. But obviously with a guy like Garrett, he's able to chase down Drake May in that situation. He'll grab a sack. It is what it is in that point. Regardless of everything else, Drake May, for the most part, especially I would say probably since the Steelers game. So that was in game 3. Where we now just finished game 8. So in the last 5 games, there's just much more comfortability with him. Right. This guy, especially with his footwork, naturally, since he's gotten to the league, footwork has improved. It's improved a lot this year because you have a guy in Josh McDaniels who, is tailored to the quarterback. You have Ashton Grant as well as his quarterback coach. Their main focus so far was getting his footwork right. And what you're seeing right now with him, with his footwork, you don't see him stumbling. You don't see his feet getting crossed together. You're seeing it naturally guide him with his throws. Yep. This kid right now, the level that he's playing, it's almost as if that he's out there with no fear. Yep. He's laying it all down. No pause. But he's going, he's real shit though. Like, right. This like everything. It's like everything right now is the game isn't moving too fast. It's not moving too slow. It's just right. He's in the moment where all these passes that he's throwing, he's making the right reads. He's using the right velocity, the right arm angle. Like this kid's mechanics overall, even from his days at North Carolina, it's far more. It's much more tailored. It's much more improved. This is why he's, in the running for at the moment in the midseason watch so far in the running for MVP because this kid he's just out there. He's just out there slinging it, real shit. Like he's really just out there. Playing like backyard football, like he's playing in his backyard. There's no fears in his game. Now, naturally, you might see a pick here and there. You might see a fumble with a edge rusher coming off the edge and hitting it out. But overall, he's protecting the ball. You don't see him turning the ball over. He's getting guys open. Guys are getting open for him. It's much more tailored for him. This offense is much more tailored for him. You look at what Brady did in the past, how that was tailored. How he managed that offense, you're seeing what a guy of this caliber can do, but just with some legs who can just, when he has to run, he has to run. And you saw with him earlier in the game, you saw a 25-yard run. He's able to do that. That's why it's hard to really prepare for this kid because you're not just worried about his arm. You're worried about his legs too. Yeah, exactly. That's the biggest factor. And that's the biggest factor right there. This, like right now with this kid, he's special. He really is. This is truly something we haven't seen in at least really for a long time. Yeah, in 25 years, we've seen the pocket presence quarterback. We saw no disrespect to Mac Jones, but he's not Drake May, dude. Exactly. We saw no disrespect. Yeah, we see Mac Jones. We've seen the Bailey Zappies. We've seen the Cam Newtons. And Cam Newton, especially in terms of Drake May, they're not similar. They're not. I'm not going to say they're similar, but the type of game they play, especially using their legs, it's similar to that nature. Obviously, Cam Newton's a big dude, though. 6'5",
6'5", 245.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
But Drake May is 6'4", 230, bro. He's not small. He's not small.
He's not. He might look like he's small, but Cam Newton's just a big guy. He's just a guy who's a freak. You know what I'm saying?
Linebacker size.
Exactly. And just for this kid, to see what he can do and with the arm talent he has and how far he can throw down the field, this is the new age type of quarterback. And New England finally has it. New England has a guy right now that is tailored to this league now. You didn't see that 20 years ago. You didn't see that 30 years ago. You saw more that you might have seen Randall Cunningham's, right? The once in a generation guys like that. But now you're seeing all these guys, the Mahomes, the Allens, the Mays. You're seeing guys, and even a guy like Anthony Richardson, even though he ain't on the field, you know what I'm saying? But guys like that who have talent like that, they are ruling the league.
Yep.
New England is just fortunate to have a guy like that. And look how Josh McDaniels, his offense has looked in the past. It just looks a lot more crazier because you have a quarterback of his talent. That's really what it is. And quite frankly, I wouldn't want it any other way.
Yeah.
Especially exactly.
And I'm watching here, obviously the all 22 again, but a little bit of a turnover there from Dylan Gabriel on a deep pass. Yo, I actually really like Dylan Gabriel, bro. I really do. I'm a big Shador guy. I'm still going to sit here and tell you that Shador is better than Dylan Gabriel. I really don't give a fuck what anybody else tells me. Shador Sanders got blackballed. I'm just going to come out and say it. I'm sorry. Shador Sanders did not get fair shake probably because of his father.
Right.
It is what it is. It's probably not because he's arrogant or whatever. It's probably because of his father.
Right.
That's the reason why he probably didn't get any playing time. But I think that Dylan Gabriel showed a lot for us this game, bro. Dylan Gabriel showed that he can his processing speed is very fast. We saw in an Oregon spread offense that Dante Moore is struggling in right now. You see the difference between him and Dylan Gabriel right now at that Oregon offense. And Dylan Gabriel at the helm. Yes, I know he had Evan Stewart. Cool, but anyone could say that. I mean, he was on my Aggies.
Right.
He left because he couldn't be on. Now look at us Aggies. We're top 3 ranked team in the country. It wasn't about Evan Stewart. So
yeah, and Evan Stewart's out with a torn ACL. So hey, he wasn't able to do shit this year. He tore it right before the year started.
Yep.
So life, man.
So I'll tell you guys this too, just about Dylan Gabriel. His processing speed is there. He's not the biggest, bro. He's small. He's not the fastest. But we've seen him in shotgun actions in certain situations where he has been able to get the ball out in this game. And the Patriots are very good. Like, you have Mike Vrabel, a very defensive coach. And they were able to get the ball out. But also, I think Dylan Gabriel, it wasn't necessarily his fault as to the reason why he threw some picks.
Right.
I do think that deep ball pick that he threw earlier in the game in the first half was definitely his fault. Yeah. But I'm over here watching Drake May climb the pocket and throw a dime, which Demario Douglas should have fucking had that shit. I don't know what the hell is happening with Demario Douglas, but honestly, if you want to skip to this real quick,
I got you.
I think it's like 53.
53. Let me see.
5307 maybe.
5307.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got 51. Let's see.
I think. Around 53.
Word. Let's see. I'm at 53.
Or you could go to 50. You go to 5035 real quick. Hit pause for me, but give me 2 seconds.
I got you.
Yeah.
5335. Let's see. We're at 54. Let me go back. Chat. My fault, chat. Shout out to Ann for producing too, chat. I meant to mention that earlier. Let's see. 53. 34. So hope so. Let's just. Let's see if I can get it right back. All right, word. Yes, I'll get it right here, chat. 53, 51. Yeah, I'm trying chat. My bad. Okay, this should be fun right here. Word. Yeah, we'll just wait for him to get back chat. But yeah, no, shout out to Ant for producing. Hell yeah, Ant. My dog, yeah. Yeah, Chad. No, we're gonna real quick because I know we're just past the hour mark. We're here right now, but yeah, no, we're gonna wrap it up in a few. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. We've had a lot of action in the chat. Thank you for everybody in the chat. Shout out to Conron, shout out to
Yes, indeed.
RJ as well. But I'm at 53 33 right now. So I think this is the Drake May run, right?
Yeah, 53-33. Yep, the Drake May run.
Yes, sir.
Right
Yes, sir.
here,
Actually,
if you want to hit play right here.
Yeah, no, I'll skip back 10 seconds. That way it's a start. Okay, we're at the start. I'll pause it right here for you real quick if you want to say anything.
Yeah, so just here, double back look.
Mm-hmm.
Simple. I mean, if you just hit play right here, it's pretty simple.
Got you.
Double back look, couple blocking releases, and he just gets out. There's nothing there. Take the space that's given in front of you. That's the athleticism. That's the type of reads we want him to make. If there's nothing there, just take it.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Absolutely.
What is you going to lose from that? Nothing.
Right.
You're only going to gain yards. And then here, I mean, boom.
Kayshawn.
Textbook. And look at that ball. Look at this. Watch the feet. This is the most important part. Watch his feet. Right here. No heel click. Last year, that's a lot of what we saw from Drake May was a lot of heel clicking. And if you go back, look at his he knows where he's supposed to go. If you guys watch his helmet, look where his eyes go first on this play. Watch his eyes. Right to left. Boom. Yes, and great route by Kayshon Boutte. Mm-hmm. Great route. At the top of his route, broke speed. He broke out to the pylon and was able to fade to the pylon enough to give Drake May room to put the ball where it's supposed to be. So
absolutely,
that's all I got for the Drake May film. Obviously,
for sure.
But
for sure.
Just a quick break. There's obviously some great other plays Drake May had this weekend. But if you guys ever want to go watch the All 22, get your NFL subscription. WTHHS Bay State Media. Mm-hmm. We paid for the full year subscription to show you guys this stuff. So, we're honored that Drake May is having this fucking season so we can show what's really going on because he's balling out right now. And right there you see the improvements from last year. No heel clicking, no staring down targets, looking off defenders on one side of the field or a certain section of the field to get to another, to climb his reads. Where what people don't understand is when you get to that level of football, even just college, when you get to the college level, high school, they don't emphasize enough you looking off a read to get to another place. Whereas college and high school, they emphasize look here first, go here first, and make a play after that first read or the second read. And make sure you know where your reads are and know where your player is going to be based on the defensive coverage. And if you can, hot read. Hot reads are very important. Me, as a hot read guy on Madden, I know if I can look at a defense, single high safety, I eat single high safety up on Madden, chat. I love seeing, when I see single high safety, I'm bombing you all day. I'm telling you, I'm taking you post corner, post route, streak, fade, all the way up the field. Single high safety, I'm going to put you in no man's land and have something that I feel comfortable underneath. So we've seen a lot from Drake May that I'm not able to show you guys right now, but I'm glad we were able to do this real quick before we go to bed here. But Drake May has been also amazing at the line. He knows what he's seeing. He knows what's in front of him, and him being able to capitalize on that has been the deciding factor with a lot of these plays and how he performed this past week against the Cleveland Browns. So
absolutely, and it's a defense like that with a Hall of Famer of that caliber and Myles Garrett playing the Cleveland Browns is never easy. But when you have a guy like Drake May, sometimes the things that even though they might not seem easy, sometimes it just gets the job done. I'm glad he's on this team. Glad he's starting quarterback of the New England Patriots. I'm glad, Gerard Mayo and Elliott Wolf at least did one thing right in 2024 draft class to draft him when they could. because this kid is special. He showed the flashes last year. He just needed a coach and an OC. He now has Mike Vrabel at the helm and Josh McDaniel in his third run as offensive coordinator as of the Patriots. And quite frankly, hey, as Patriots fans, we wouldn't want it any other way. I'm glad.
And they should bring Gerard Mayo back.
Oh, like on defense type shit.
They should.
Yeah.
As a defensive assistant coach or something.
Right.
Bring him back. I don't think he got a fair shake as coach.
Oh no, he didn't. No.
He didn't get a fair shake. Bring him back and really add him to this coaching staff roster. But you know who I would have liked to see perform a little bit better this game, man? Trevion Henderson, bro.
Yeah. Especially and he honestly he didn't. He had the game that he had, it was smooth. It was just him fumbling at the end, kind of just took out all the way.
That's what fucked up everything.
You
had a good game, but the rookie pressure got to you.
Exactly. But you know what they did, though, E? They used him right. That's how you have to use him. How they've used Ramondre Stevenson on.
And I'm staring at it right now, like pitches. Yeah. I'm looking at it right now while it's playing. Like they used him very well on pitches, stretch runs. That was perfect. He's not an inside zone run guy. That's what we have Ramondre for. He's an outside stretch out the tackles or between the outside guard the outside tackle and the guard. Like those are the types of plays designed for him. And Ramondre, obviously, he can run anything. He can run anything, and he can pass catch.
Right.
So, you kind of look at it I wish Drake May would actually look for him a lot more. He had this throw to Demario Douglas. I'm just watching now. He had Ramondre out on a pitch, but he threw it to Demario Douglas on a crossing route, which Demario Douglas should have had the catch. But like it was right before that Drake May run you had showed us. So that type of play right there, I think it's more so. Where is the running back going to be involved? Because we can't rely on Drake May all the time to use his legs 24/7.
Right.
Ramondre Stevenson did a great job of actually blocking on that Drake May run, and I don't think a lot of people saw that. He was actually a very vital blocker on that play. I think what Trevion Henderson and Ramondre Stevenson have picked up tremendously in the best part of their game right now is making sure to understand where Drake May is going to be and what he likes to do.
Right.
So if you look on that Keyshawn Boutte touchdown also that we just saw, Ramondre Stevenson sat in that zone. He sat right in front across a 4-wide nickel formation right there. Boom, sat, and then he just threw it over the top where Boutte got past the safety. That's a beautiful read by May. And he knew that if Ramondre sat and everybody came up, hit Boutte or whoever's in that Y slot position, hit him on that slot fade, because that's essentially what it was a slot fade.
Right.
So, as a wide receiver myself, that's beautiful play design for a guy like me who I love slot fades. It's one of my favorite routes.
Yep.
It gives me an opportunity to turn back to a post type of shoulder play, or I could just catch it over the shoulder this way. So I love the fact that Drake May was able to read that, hit him on the post fade, and yeah, it was beautiful, man. Josh McDaniels is drawing it up for Drake May right now. So
absolutely. I tell you,
we look forward to this. I do. I look forward to it.
We do. Hopefully the relationships last a little while. And I do say that because I don't think Josh McDaniels is obviously going to get another head coaching gig in the NFL. And truthfully, if I was Josh McDaniels in the situation that he's in, I try to stay here as long as I could. I don't want to see Josh McDaniels go the Bill Belichick route and go to college. You know what I'm saying? He's much better suited, at least at this stage of his career as an OC. This is the perfect situation for him. And knock on wood that it stays, a good relationship as time goes. But having these two together, having what he was able to do for Tom Brady, for Matt Castle and this organization right here, it did wonders for him for his career. He has an opportunity to take a young kid who was younger than both those guys when he first really got acclimated in running offenses in the NFL. He has the opportunity to have this kid for a little while, because we're only this kid hasn't scratched the surface yet on what he can
No.
really do. Not
Yep.
even close. If and I will say before we get out of here,
Yep. Talk to me.
if you think this is the most Drake May can give you as an NFL quarterback, you've only
The beginning.
Yeah, you've only seen the beginning. Thank you, Amari. You've only
Mhm.
seen the beginning of this.
Yep.
You've only seen the beginning because I tell you, this kid has a lot more bags to unlock. He has a lot more locks to unlock with his game. It's only
And this all 22 proves it.
Yeah, it does. It really does. It really does. I will say, chat, before we get out of here, probably at some point of this week, we'll regroup, but we'll also talk about, because obviously the trade deadline is looming. You could, who we think at least, we've already kind of talked about, guys that could be fits for this team. There's other names out there as well.
Mhm.
We'll talk about that as well. We'll talk about, where the Patriots, should go in terms of improvements, whether it's adding, another receiver, running back to the defense. We kind of already know that they want to do more for the defense, but there's still a lot more football left. Mike Vrabel is also a guy similar to Bill Belichick that he doesn't have a lot of tells. We really don't know what they're thinking in this organization right now in terms of what they want to do.
Yep.
I tell you, but overall, for how Mike Vrabel what he's done for this team in the position that they're in right now at 6-2, a lot of people did not have. A lot of people had this team as an 8-9 team.
Yep.
They could very well get to 8 wins in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
This team, I tell you, it's only the beginning for this team. They've exceeded expectations, and quite frankly, this team easily, from the 2 teams that they've played already, in the Raiders and the Steelers, and how those games have went, if there was less turnovers, if there was less, things that happened that game that went, more things that happened that game, I should say, that went the Patriots' favor, this team could very well be a 7-1, 8-0 team. But honestly, 6-2, truthfully, I like where it's at because you've seen the growth every game. And truthfully, I'd rather them going to have a 6-2 record right now, because you want to have even in losses, you want to learn from these losses. That way, certain mistakes won't get made again.
And quickly too, Robert Spillane.
Yes.
My goodness, that guy is the most important guy on defense right now.
Yes.
The game he just had against the Browns, I don't care if it was against the Browns.
Yes.
You take that and build off that, because Robert Spillane has been the benefactor on defense right now. He can go out there and space and coverage against tight ends, against running backs. He's been making plays, making tackles. I'm almost pretty sure he's leading the team in tackles right now. I'm actually positive he's leading the team in tackles, obviously, by watching every week. I don't even need to question that.
Yeah, it's by a wide margin, too. That's a crazy thing.
Yes, he is. And this was the best signing the Patriots made out of anybody that they signed or brought in here. Robert Spillane was the benefactor. And NERO and I actually told you guys this, on End Zone Express. Mm-hmm. We sat here and told you guys this before the season ended. Robert Spillane was the biggest signing on this team, and he's showing it. He's earning every penny. So shout out Robert Spillane, man. Like, for real. He really is.
He really is. And honestly, also, even the signings of Harold Landry and Kayvon Chaisson on that defensive, and even Milton Williams, that was the prized possession of all that with the contract he got. All 3 of them have been constant contributors. They've changed the way how the defensive line has looked. They've paid dividends. Stephon Diggs on the offensive end, Mac Hollins as well, has paid dividends. I tell you, this team right now, with the veteran leadership that they have, even adding Morgan Moses and Garrett Bradbury, veteran guys that they've added, have all been positives. Yeah. In some way, shape, or form, every guy has had each other's back. This team is together, and this team can do some special stuff. Not to say that they're going to go out and win the Super Bowl. We're far away from that. It's 1 week at a time. But this team, how it's built for years, sir, hopefully for years to come. God forbid anything happens, but for years to come, especially with the quarterback position, this team is set up for success. This team is, I tell you.
Nothing short of.
And
I'm watching Dylan Gabriel. He's making great plays. Just the Patriots defense is really good. And you're seeing the stuff that Gabriel's doing. And like I said, I love Shador Sanders chat, but Gabriel's playing good enough where he's gonna keep his job. He's
Absolutely.
playing great.
Absolutely.
And you just wish there were more offensive options and you just wish there was a better offensive line. Just similar like the Drake May situation last year, chat. So
Mhm.
just remember how lucky we are to have a guy like Drake May.
Absolutely. And we are. And I know Patriots fans are happy that we have him. We're really ecstatic. Patriot
As a
Nation.
Chiefs fan, though, we whooping that ass.
Hey, we'll see. We'll
I'm talking
see.
shit. I'm
We'll
talking
see.
shit.
But honestly, how the Chiefs is set up too. Shit.
No, but Drake May
Yeah.
scares me. I'm sorry. After the way he just went up against the Browns, which was a top four defense, and the KC us Chiefs are involved in that top four defensive ranking right now in
Hmm.
terms of total defense. We're like top 10,
Yep.
and so are the Browns. So it scares me. He did just what he just did to the Browns, and as a Chiefs fan, like, yeah, bro. Hey, yeah,
Absolutely.
Drake May really might be the guy to beat us because Joe Burrow
Hmm.
might not come back at all.
Yep.
He's got the highest grade of turf toe, so and he had to have surgery for it. He might not even be back anytime fucking soon. He might not
Right.
even be back this year.
Right.
So no Joe Burrow.
Hmm.
And then you got what? Daniel Jones? Like Daniel Jones is not beating us, dog.
Right.
I'm just being honest. Daniel Jones is not beating us. And then Drake May is the only quarterback I'm scared of. Josh Allen doesn't fucking scare me. Yeah, everybody's gonna be like, oh well, he gave you a run for your money. Yeah, I don't give a shit, nigga. He can never beat us.
Right.
Doesn't matter. He still hasn't been able to beat us. So until Josh Allen actually beats us, then everyone could sit here and tell me, oh yeah, it's cool, all well and dandy. No, I'm sitting here. Drake May is the guy that's going to be the guy to take down the Chiefs. I'm gonna
Absolutely.
stamp that shit. As a Chiefs
Fair.
fan, the
That's fair.
only guy who's going to take us down right now is Drake May and the AFC. Justin Herbert's cool. Injuries, no run game. Offensive line, shit. Defense, banged up. It's cool. Whatever. He can only do so much. He beat us that one game before, but he can only do so much. Drake May is really going to be the guy and be the one to try and beat us. And
Hmm.
I think he actually has the after this past weekend, he has the capability.
Absolutely.
So,
No, he does. He does. He has all the skill set. That he has all the tools to do so. I will say before we get out of here, just to look at the chat. Shout out to Mr. Goat 1996. He did say the Bills are not beating the Chiefs. I don't see that happening. I don't care if it's in Buffalo or not. He
yes,
also did.
sir.
He
You
also did
already
say.
know, nigga.
He also did say the Patriots could be at 11 weeks before their bye week. No, they really could.
No, they could.
They could,
Yeah.
and that's. I tell you, man, the two surprise teams so far this year have been the Colts and have been the Pats. I tell you, man, it's and even to look also the Steelers I believe are still number one in their division at the moment,
Yep,
and
they are.
the Broncos also are number one right now. It's
Yes,
2014
indeed.
all over again. It's just it's now with these quarterbacks. Now you have Drake May, Daniel Jones, Aaron Rodgers, and Bo Nix. From back then it was it was Tom Brady, Andrew Luck, Ben Roethlisberger, and freaking Peyton Manning. In 11
Mm-hmm.
years, times has changed. So now we're in a new era. We're in a new era for these teams. And hey, I tell you, man, if you're for Patriots fans, before we get out of here, last 2 years have been tough. Have been tough. Obviously, in
Yeah.
2022, they went 8-9. They were on the verge of making the playoffs. They blew the last game of the year against
Mm-hmm.
the Bills. Still at 8-9, a decent record, but the last 2 years at 3-14, it was tough. It was tough watches. You had guys like Jelani Tavai saying that the Pats fans, like they weren't good fans and talking a lot of shit. But look what he's saying now. Oh, we have the best fans in the league. Yeah, you know
Yeah.
what? Stop it. Stop it. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
shit.
But now shout out to
Right.
everybody in the chat. Shout out to RJ, Connor. Shout out to Mr. Goat again for chiming in the chat. Shout out to Ant for producing for us. I really appreciate you.
Shout out, Ant. Love you, bro.
You already know
Absolutely.
he got the
He's
ticker for us.
always tuned in.
Absolutely, he got the ticker for us, and
Yep.
both we have the scores. He's doing his thing. Any final thoughts, Amari, before we get out of here?
Chat. We got some big announcements, man. We got an app coming out. We got some what the hell is happening sports merchandise coming out. So just stay tuned in with us, man. We got Instagram, we got Discord. We're gonna put up a Twitter this week. We're gonna I already have a Facebook page. We're gonna expand a little bit on these platforms, and I want you guys to understand how important this is to us because we're leveling up in ways that are necessarily not understandable for some people because I can't lie. Obviously, I signed a lot of paperwork, so I can't say too much. But what I can say is that travel is in play. We're going to be traveling a lot to different seminars, different events, different types of things. So I would like for you guys to stay in tune with Bay State Media and what the hell is happening in sports as we will be involved a lot in these things. So I need you guys to just bear with us, stay the course. And NERO has been doing an amazing job of obviously keeping himself involved with what the hell is happening in sports because, as you guys know, we are in a partnership. So as Bay State Media, we are introducing him to our network and he's introducing us to his network. So for anybody that is joint watching or anything, we are working together. This is not like a well whatever competition thing. Like me and Nero, we've been friends since high school. We've known each other for years. Like
Yep, yep.
this has only been a time coming for a lot of us. So I want you guys to actually just understand like the stuff that we're doing behind the scenes for you guys is just far beyond what you guys can comprehend right now. And that's all I can say. I know it sounds obviously crazy, air quote, to y'all, but that's all I can really say. We were supposed to have a Discord meeting with a couple things as I'm watching Ramondre Stevenson get fucking stuffed behind the line a couple times because he doesn't like to follow his fucking blocks because he thinks he's Saquon Barkley, but nobody is fucking Saquon Barkley and James Cook. And Drake May just dropped the dime, yes sir, to Matt Collins. That was awesome. Matt Collins got involved this upcoming week, but
As you should.
anyways, I'm sorry, chat. Last final thought. Like, just remember, stick in with us. Stay through it with us. Like, we here. What the hell is happening in sports is here. The app is gonna be up within the next, like, honestly, probably week. Tomorrow I'm doing um, a little bit of a programming type of thing with the app so that you guys can go buy clothes and I'm going to launch it on App Store and whatever else. You guys can go buy the merchandise. What the hell is happening in sports sweaters? You guys can get that customized for yourself. Once you guys input that stuff for us, we'll be able to have that for you so that you guys can buy the merchandise. So
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, as he should. As you should. Not honestly, hey, like you said, nah, just keep tapping in. Just keep tapping in, tuning into the lives, like, subscribe to What the Hell's Happening Sports, like and subscribe to Bay State Media as well. I tell you, man, yeah, just keep tapping in, bro. Just keep tapping in. Some big things coming. You
I
know?
can't lie. There's also some people, some decently notariable. Well, forget decently. There's some notariable people watching us. So anybody who's also in the chat, just remember there's some people watching us to see the engagement and stuff. So remember, the more you engage with us, the more opportunities we can create for you guys as part of our community, especially
Absolutely.
WTHHS and Bay State Media. We are looking to try and do some free merch stuff. Like I'm over here, I'm doing a 2K league right now, y'all. Online 2K league. You win the online 2K league, you beat me in the online 2K league, you win a 2-pack of sweatpants, bro. And I'm wearing them. Bay State Media, you guys don't even see it. I'm sorry, but
Mm.
I'm wearing the Bay State Media sweatpants right now. Like comfortable, absolutely awesome. You guys will love them. So that also being said, too, we will have the WTHHS sweatpants coming soon, but we have the sweaters. So lock in, y'all. Trust me. Nero's been working hard. The team's been working hard. We've been doing a lot for y'all behind the
Mhm.
scenes, BTS, in our own lives to make sure we can make things possible for you guys. So remember, you know what I mean? There's some of us here that are men of the house. There's some of us here that are outstanding leaders of a certain company or an environment. So remember, we got to lead by example for y'all. So and Nero obviously has done a beautiful job of that. So anybody watching, remember, WTHHS wouldn't be nothing right, or well, excuse me, Bay State Media wouldn't be nothing without WTHHS right now. So just remember that, chat. We here on behalf of him too. He's helped us get to where we at. So WTHHS, man, shout out y'all. Y'all
Oh yeah.
killing it,
Yes, sir.
killing
Yes,
it as per usual.
type shit, type shit. Hell yeah, Chad. Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, no, trust. gonna keep doing this for y'all, man. We talk about Boston sports here, Celtics, Patriots, Red Sox. Even when Bay State Media, they are in. We also chime in with the Bruins as well. So we get to it with that. We also talk about what else goes on around the league. Shit like Gil's Arena, shit like what's going on with the FBI. And the
that's interesting.
NBA, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of stuff that we do talk about, what we do get into, and honestly, just keep tapping in. A lot of the big stuff that does happen in MLB, NFL, it will be talked about. So you just keep tuning in. Listen to what we got to say. You're in the chat also. You can say what you got to say too. Trust, it's all part of engagement. We're always engaging with who's watching and whatnot too. So just stay tapped in, bro. So, hell yeah,
absolutely, yep,
hell yeah. But with that being said, guys, almost 1 a.m. here in Massachusetts, and wherever y'all tuning in, I know it's late for y'all too. If you're in the West Coast, it's a little early, but y'all soon enough y'all got to go to bed. But with that being said, Chad, this has been another edition of What the Hell is Happening Sports.
Yes, indeed.
Bay State Media as well. It's your boy, the one and only NERO. I appreciate my guy Mari Scott for being here.
I'm always here, Chad. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already know. Y'all, everybody who tuned in, everybody out there, be safe. Get a good night's sleep. Get ready for tomorrow because you got to wake up. You might have to wake up to some more bullshit before you get back to us.
You might. And also, come pop in the Discord. We might be streaming, anything where we got the Allen Iverson documentary going, but also Lakers Trailblazers still going. So if anybody hop in Discord with us, we're going to watch the end of this game. And then we try to do a little showing of the Allen Iverson documentary. So,
yeah.
Yep.
Type shit. But yeah, Chad, you heard him. If you still up, lock him with the Discord. See what's up. You already know. But yeah, guys.
Link is in our bios. Links in our bios.
You already know. We already know. But yeah, chat. That's about it from us. Y'all be safe. Y'all get a good night's sleep. You'll catch us on the flip side.
Peace.
Love y'all, yo. Yes, sir.